Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the Talks with Ken podcast, episode number 5. Yes, sir. I'm here today, joined by a special guest, my good amigo, Mrs. PG.
Don't
Uh,
ever call me that ever again. I don't know why you keep calling me Mrs.
I'm joined by my good friend Amy. If you don't know Amy, then you haven't heard the best song in the world, "Summer Gaze," featuring
Period.
Amy. You know what I mean? It was some heat. How you feeling today,
Yo,
Amy?
facts. I'm chilling. I have no idea what we're gonna talk about, but why are you laughing at me, bro?
I don't know.
But I'm looking forward to it. Let's get this shit rolling.
All right, boom. So, not everybody knows you, right? So, let's start it off with some questions. How does it feel to be the short friend?
Whoa, wait a minute. You're asking me. Let's look at your Tinder account for a second.
Okay,
Because
wait.
I
Excuse
know.
me.
No.
Whoa.
Because I know 1,000% you're like, I'm looking for a short queen out
Oh
here.
my, no, that's not what my Tinder bio says at all. So let's get that straight.
Okay, Kendel, how tall are you? How tall are you?
Why are you asking?
Because you want to talk about height.
I am 5'5.5", but I mean,
Okay.
on,
So
on, on a good day, I'm 5'6".
listen. At least it's socially acceptable for me. I have a reason. I'm Hispanic. What was your excuse?
Look,
excuse?
Look, I came out the womb, right? And I was tall for a baby, right? I was tall for a baby, and I think that's where I peaked because I didn't grow too much anymore after that. Like I was taller than everybody at the hospital.
Yeah.
But
At
when
the
it got
hospital.
when it got time to be actually tall when I got older, it just my genes wasn't built for all that.
Yeah, what you're trying to say is you're weak.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Genetically.
Are you saying because I'm an African American, I'm supposed to be tall, Amy?
Actually. Actually. Yeah, okay. You know what? I didn't come on this podcast to try to be exposed or try to be ridiculed. Anyways.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Being the short friend is great. I can be tossed into the back of the truck whenever we need to like make space in the car. Like I'll go in the trunk. I don't care.
Man,
so
I would never go in the trunk.
Why not?
Because I got too much pride to sit in the trunk.
What do you mean pride? It's so fun. Like there's no issue. You're laying back. You got like blankets under there.
In the trunk?
Yeah. Like there was one time where me and my friends were gonna go to a basketball game, and they were like, "Okay, well we don't all fit, so Amy, you better hop back." And I was like, "Okay, as long as y'all make it comfortable, and as long as I can breathe, like I'm chilling."
I mean, as long as you can breathe, I guess that's not that bad.
Well, it's not one of those closed trunks. Like it's one of the open ones that I can pop my head out. Like I'm not gonna be like a kidnapped person in the back of someone's like closed trunk.
You know who has been in the trunk?
Who?
Next time you speak to Justin, ask him about his experience in the back of a trunk.
Why? Was he kidnapped?
I'm not gonna tell you anything, but next time you speak to Justin, just ask him how it felt to be in the trunk.
Y'all probably tied him up. Y'all probably like threw him back there.
You know, the funny thing is he went back there on his own will because he had cake.
Wait, like cake, like
yes, like no,
cake,
or
like
or like cake like a birthday cake.
Oh, okay. But that's still, I don't really have much context with that, but like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Move it along.
Okay, so our fans want to know.
Our fans.
Our 7.5 fans, and like, you know, okay, I don't think if I ever told you, but our version of Summer Gaze is like blowing up in South Korea. It's not blowing up, but most of the listeners.
We made it. Kendel, we gotta go. We made it. Hold up, I gotta check this right now. What are our numbers?
Okay, like it's not blowing up, but most of the listeners for Summer Gaze on Apple Music come from South Korea.
Apple Music. That's why I always go on Spotify.
I was like, yo, like, I could see you as like a. Okay, well, no. Whoa. I don't want to say like K-pop because K-pop is obviously Korean, but like I could see you as like a Japanese music star.
No. I can't. No,
that's
like, not my vibe.
Your
Like
aesthetic
I feel
matches
like,
it.
well, okay, listen. I feel like that's only like true because I'm tiny. I feel like if I were tall and I had the aesthetic that I have, I would not be falling under these categories.
You wouldn't.
Like but I feel like I have tall bitch energy, you know? Like I feel like even though I'm small, when you talk to me, it's not like you're gonna talk down to me. Does that make sense?
No, I completely understand because you're crazy.
Someone just Someone's fighting outside. Sorry, but continue.
World star.
She said, "You're so fucking rude." So
But yeah, like I realized that about you. Like the first time I met you, like even though you were like this big, like you had like really bold energy,
yeah,
and
I
I was
mean,
like, yo, that's tough.
well, I was only bold with you because you were saying that Kendale was your Kendale.
You already
You were
know.
saying
You
you were
already
saying
know.
that
You
Zendaya was
already
your wife.
know.
You're saying that Zendaya was your wife, and that's not even true. So
What did you just call her? You called her Kendale,
that
right?
was an
You
accident
called her
because I was
Ken.
gonna say
It wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. You knew what you were doing because
I was
Kendale is
gonna
your name.
say I was gonna
Look. I can't show you right now because like the camera's not looking that way. But right
Mhm.
there on that wall over there, you can see it on the YouTube video. But like right
What?
there, I have a picture of Zendaya hanging up.
What is that supposed to prove to me?
It shows that okay, actually, believe it or not, the only two people in the world that have that photo are me. No, there's three. There's me, Zendaya, and Cammy. Kid you not.
Let me see it.
I can't change the camera because then it's
You
gonna
better
mess
pick
everything
that
up.
shit up, Kendall.
I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a quick picture of it. You feel me?
Yeah, pull up a picture. Is it an edited one?
No, it's a drawn picture. Oh wait.
I was about to say I can't see shit. Also, you gotta edit this.
Yeah, I can't. I'm okay. I'm not gonna edit like the version that goes on like the podcast or whatever, but I'm definitely gonna do it on YouTube because
Mhm.
YouTube. I mean, it's not monetized or anything, but like just in case.
Yeah. Also, I'm laughing loud as hell. I'm so sorry when you're gonna listen back into this audio.
Nah, it's perfectly fine.
No
It's
more
perfectly.
questions. That's all you had for me. What's it feel like being the short friend?
That was my main question. Okay. So you are a extremely creative person. You paint, you uh you sing, you're a film major. How do you stay creative during a pandemic?
It's really hard. It's really hard to stay creative. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't been doing like the best job at it. I feel like I'm more creative when it comes to like social media stuff or like
Mhm.
I feel like more marketing stuff only because marketing is so creative. Like you have to
Yeah.
always come up with different ways for people to see what you want them to see. Um, but right now I haven't really been painting. I haven't really been like playing music, but I've been like doing more when it comes to cameras and like when it comes to like technical stuff, if that makes sense. Like I feel like because I like so many different things, I'm constantly like switching back and forth from like hobbies. Like I'll be really into guitar for like 6 months, but then I'll go back and like do songwriting only, and then I'll go back and like do painting for a really long time and start selling paintings. And then like I have like my earring page, for example, where like
All
I
right,
started
right.
making earrings, and then I stopped doing
Dang.
that, and then it's like I like go back and forth to like all these different things. So I feel like right now, since my co-op is this summer for school, like I've just been grinding on like making sure that I have experience in so that when it comes to the times where I actually want to spend all my time being creative, which is on co-op, I don't have to worry about like, oh, it's going to be so much harder for me to get one. Like instead of just doing all the hard work now and then like chilling later on. So
Hmm.
I feel like it's been hard to stay creative right now only because I have a lot of responsibilities, but I'm trying to knock them all out now so that when when the time comes, I'm chilling.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One thing I realized about like being a creative is you trying to find like so many different avenues to create in. Like bro, I started off just like taking videos and I was like, yo, it'd be cool. Let's take photos. So I started doing photography and I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, it'd be cool. What if I made a website? Then I made a
Yeah, facts.
website.
No, I feel like TikTok is that avenue for me because they have so many like DIY stuff where, and
Yes.
also because of that, now I'm the type of person that's like, if I see something and it's being sold for like $50, I'm like, I can make that. I'm not gonna go and buy that. I'm just gonna make
Yup.
it at home, and then I spend like 2 weeks making something that I could have bought like in a minute. But I feel like TikTok is also my gateway to like making a whole bunch of shit because I'm like, this looks cool. Like, oh, I can go to Marshalls right now and make this in 5 minutes, and I just do it.
Okay, so if you had to choose, right? Um, right now, you're able to do whatever you want to do, be whatever you want to be. What would you be in life if you had to choose between being okay, being a rock star, being the world's greatest rock star, the world's greatest film director. I don't know. I don't think you want to direct films, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
And or being the world's greatest painter, and why?
I would rather be the world's greatest rock star. I feel like rock star. I feel like just music in general is more like universal, if that makes sense. Like we
Mm.
know a whole bunch of painters, but it's not like we have a whole list of people that like we recognize. Like it's like a
True.
very small group that we like learned in school, for example. But I feel like like bands like Queen, for example, like almost everybody in the world knows them because of how big they got. So like I'd rather be the world's biggest rock star because even now, like we still listen to their music, we still
We
like
do.
do all this stuff. And I feel like being a director is also really cool, but I feel like you are only interested in the director when you're a film person, and I'd rather be recognized like all throughout any type of person rather than like a select few, like painting or film.
See, I thought about that too, because I also feel like rock stars have more fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like directors and stuff, they get paid more. But like, I'd rather like be able to make a lot of money, but also enjoy life.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know how dope it is to go on a stage and sing a song you wrote and hear everybody in the crowd singing along with your music.
Facts.
That's fire.
Yeah, and I honestly though, I have never been on tour, so I can't say whether or not I feel like I would love that. But I do know that a lot of people don't like going on tour. Like I remember videos
Really?
of Michael Jackson where he was
Oh, I
like,
seen that. I seen
he
that.
was like, I hate being on tour, and like they were making him like be nice about it, and they were like, could you like not say that? Could you just lie and say that you like it? He's like, but I don't. Like, why would I do this? He was like, I love touring, and it just sounded so fake. So hopefully, if that were my scenario, that's not what would happen. But I think it's more so like the connection that I would make with people. Like I love concerts. I feel like whenever like I'm at a
Yes.
concert, I get so attached to whoever I'm there, and also the openers. Like whoever opened for the person that I went to go see, I immediately look them up. I immediately like go and like I don't know. I just feel like it's a connection to people. So it's more so about that than like being on a stage.
Mm, interesting.
Mhm.
Um, that was the last question I had, to be
Oh
honest.
shit, Kendel.
Do
Okay,
you
have you listened to Billy's new song?
did it drop?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm slacking.
yeah. I haven't listened to it either.
No, I haven't heard it yet. I
Well,
know
I guess we can't talk about that.
her album is coming out. Oh, bro, when I saw her album was coming out July 30th, oh my gosh, I almost
Yeah, I
passed
got
out.
hype. You know what else I've been waiting for? I don't
What?
know if you watched this, but Orange is the New Black. Do you watch
I
that show?
I don't watch it.
You should watch it. I
I
think that
remember
you would fuck with it.
there was a lot of hype behind it when it first came
Hmm.
out.
Yeah. Or BoJack Horseman, because I think the next season is the last one.
They're making another season?
Yeah, it ends.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they made the last season already.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought the BoJack Horseman was I thought it ended. Well, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. You finished like all of it so
Yeah,
far,
I
right?
finished everything.
Yeah.
I had to finish everything. I finished it in like 3 weeks.
I bro, same. Remember when I was binging BoJack Horseman? I was also binging The Good Place.
Yeah. Oh wow, those are really depressing shows. Those shows are
Yeah,
making you think.
bro, I was watching both of those shows at like a horrible time in life. But it
Hmm.
was like the shows were so great, so I couldn't stop watching. But I
I
kind
feel
of
like
like,
that's what helps you understand.
yes, my mind was like so boggled after like the end of The Good Place because it just made me ponder life, and I was like, yo, what am I doing with my life?
Yo, me and Marissa be having conversations like that all the time. Like we'll be talking about like what we believe will happen like after death and like
Yes.
what like religion and stuff like that and like what it actually means. So like shows like that always have me thinking.
My essay to get into Emerson was actually about my thoughts on, or it was like, what is something that keeps you thinking 24/7? I was like, honestly, my thought that keeps me boggled 24/7 is what happens after life, because I'm a Christian, so I obviously believe in like heaven and hell, but like there's
Mhm.
so many different religions and
Yeah.
so many different ideas, and it's like, who am I to say that they're wrong, and who are they to say that I'm wrong? So it's like
Exactly. Yes,
it just
yes,
blows my
exactly.
mind.
I was just having a conversation with Alani and I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness my entire life. Like I was hardcore like Jehovah's Witness, like was not gonna go to college, like was gonna dedicate my life to God and like preach up until like the age of like 13 or 12 when I was a freshman in high school.
Mm,
And before that I did homeschool. So like that was the time like I did homeschool so that I said that I did it so that I could like dedicate more time to God and like go to church more and like be able to preach and go door to door more and stuff like that. And Jehovah's Witnesses believe that the like what happens after death is that there's going to be a time either now or in the future whenever where like Armageddon is going to happen and all the people that like didn't obey God are going to die and but then all the people that did obey God are going to like pass on to the new life and the new life is going to
interesting.
be like filled with like animals like all the animals that would be normally vicious to you are going to be calm and like you're going to be able to like hang out with bears and snakes and lions and like
Yo,
everyone's going to like have a perfect life like build their own house and like all the people that did follow God but passed away before Armageddon are going to resurrect and like come back to life and like it's basically like a perfect life but after this life if that makes sense like that's what they believe in. So we were just talking about that and I feel like I was telling like my friends like I feel like I have a little bit of that religion like still in like instilled in me like I don't believe in Armageddon. I don't believe in what's going to happen in the end, but I believe in like Jehovah still, like
right.
that God and like I believe in some of their I guess beliefs. Like I don't believe in the Holy Spirit. Like I believe that like God is more of a force than like a spirit if that makes sense like
That makes sense.
I don't believe that Jesus is God like I believe that they're separate people. um so yeah like I don't know we were just talking about that like what happens after. I just feel like that ending is so like it just keeps you waiting like it's literally like it's terrifying because it's not like okay once I die I'm gonna go to heaven or hell. It's just like
Right.
okay well let's see like if I die now I won't even know if Armageddon happened after me you know like
My thing is like, I've always thought it's dope that like we can like like at the end of life when we go to heaven, it's just like it's just peace. But
mm,
what drives me insane is the thought of like eternity. Like that blows my mind. Like we're just gonna be living in peace
yeah
forever. And it's like that's cool and all, but like I feel like the importance of life is like the spice, if that makes sense.
yeah
Like if I'm just sitting there happy 24/7, that's gonna make me like,
hmm
I guess it won't make me explode because I honestly want to be happy. I never want to be mad or sad, but like
But like you
it's
can't
just,
learn to be happy without the bad parts. Like
yeah,
as corny as it is, like Inside Out like really was a good example of that of like
yeah,
how you can't only be living one emotion. Like there's always going to be a mixture of like either bittersweet or like angry but also happy and like stuff like that. So you're right, like the spiciness is like what gives us substance if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah. Life is wild. I also think like, who's to say that like the earth just like can't randomly just fall out of the sky one day.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally, like with global warming, I don't know how long we're gonna last.
look, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, true.
But I feel like we're like around like 20 minutes or so. So, I mean, I don't know. I thought about like doing longer podcast episodes. At the same time, it's like I don't have the mental capacity to like listen to an episode for like so long. Like,
Well, I do.
yo, okay, so
I'm
like,
a, I'm a very big podcast person, especially if there's like a video that I can watch to it. Like
yeah.
I'll sit there and watch it the entire time.
So I listen to like, man, there's a few podcasts I listen to. I listen to my personal favorite is one called the Need to Know podcast,
Mhm.
and they're about like I want to say like an hour long, hour and a half, and then there's another one called the Joe Budden podcast that's like also like the same time frame, hour to 2 hours, and there's another one called like Millions of Dollars Worth of Game, and like all the podcasts I usually listen to are about like an hour or so long, or hour or 2 hours long, and it's like I think that's dope. Well, honestly, I feel like it'd be cool today because I have a guest with me. But like when
Mhm.
I'm by myself, I don't want to sit there and talk for like 2 hours or so because
Yeah.
I haven't listened to like any podcast where it's just one person by themselves just speaking.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think that when you have more people, you should definitely make them longer. And when it's like a group of people too, like we should get on like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah. You know what we should have done?
What?
We should have had like me, you, Kyla, and Justin as like one group.
Yo, I don't know how Kyla would do. It's like, not Kyla, I love you. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like we would all talk over each other.
I think it would be extremely funny. I feel like every other second, like it'd either be Kyla saying Yertle or you or you calling Justin's forehead greasy.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should pick different people. Let's get more civilized people.
Maybe like further down the road when like we can all sit together in one room, then we could definitely do that.
I feel like it's harder to do it that way. I try to do that with my friends, and we were all just like laughing at each other and talking over each other and stuff. But you're right. Like we should have a little like area where we can do that.
That'd be dope. Like right now, I work in like I'm like a video editor for like this. They it's like a roofing business,
Hmm.
and but they also have a podcast, and so I'm the editor for like the marketing pieces for their roofing company, and I'm also going to
Hmm.
be editing clips for their podcast, advertising stuff like that. And they have like this really dope podcast studio, and I was like, yo, I can like take some knowledge away from here. So it's like I really don't like see myself being like this like big name podcaster or
Hmm.
whatever. But I mean, like if it happens, it happens, and I'll be cool with it. But like further down the road, if I like continue to do podcasting, I definitely want to like have my own professional place with like nice mics and lights and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And like my mom has her radio station, but she literally has it in her living room. She just like makes her little area with her soundproof stuff and whatever
Yeah.
she needs. Like even if it's just in your house, like in your room in the corner, like it'll still work.
You want to shout out your mom's radio station?
Hey yo, me red stereo. MI red stereo. Go check that shit out.
Period. Listen.
Mom, please don't listen to this. I'm cursing.
Somebody's gonna go and be like, "Oh my gosh, you're
Did
the
you?
you're the man, you're the radio station I heard on Talks with Ken. You should definitely check out that podcast." And she's
Oh
gonna come back and
no!
listen to the episode and be
She's gonna
like,
be like, "Qué pendejadas están haciendo?" Like start cursing me out. Like I hear you talking all these words, and she's gonna. It's crazy because she would yell at me for cursing, but she would be cursing at me while she's yelling at me for cursing.
"Yo,
So
parents be doing that," and I just be like, "It's kind of hypocritical." But you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna take the yelling and keep it pushing.
yeah.
Oh man.
All
Um,
right.
I don't really have anything else to say. When are we getting in the studio and dropping the next song?
I don't know. This summer, whenever you come back to Philly, you don't let me know, so
Oh my
I
gosh.
wouldn't. I wouldn't be able
Oh
to
my
know.
gosh. Look, when I come to Philly, I'm gonna let you know, and we're gonna make the world's best song on the best beat ever produced by Alani. Shout out to
Lie
Alani.
again. Lie again.
What do you mean? Or this summer, I'm gonna come to Philly. We're gonna make the world's greatest song ever.
Okay, bet.
All right. Yeah, I said it on the podcast, so it's on video. I
Yeah.
can't get caught lying.
Yeah.
But definitely appreciate you coming on the podcast today. Really
Thank you for
appreciate it.
inviting me.
Definitely gotta have you on sometime in the future. Uh, is there any final words you want to say?
Nope, this was a lot of fun, and I hope that you bring me on next time and we have a list of things that we can talk about.
Yeah. Okay. But you see how well we did without a list?
Yeah, I mean, we did have to go through a little bit of topics to be able to get to where we are now.
Okay, true.
But
True. I still think we did a great job.
yeah.
But yeah. So Talks with Ken podcast everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, website, talkswithken.com. No, I lied. I keep forgetting. talkswithken.wixsite.com/podcast. Yeah. I'm here with Amy PG. You want to shout out your Instagram?
Arcade Coins, follow me.
Follow her. Go check her out. Go check out her SoundCloud. She got some fire hits on there. Is it Arcade Coins as well?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm gonna put it in like the description for like the YouTube video so they can click on it. But like if you're listening, Arcade Coins, no spaces, just straight Arcade Coins. Yeah, and that's it. So I'll catch y'all on episode 6. And that's a wrap. Bye guys. Wait, how do I stop recording?